Hey everyone, my name is Dnataren and today I will be presenting quiz access problems 13, 14, and 15. So we're going to start with problem 13 and we're going to make an income statement. So an income statement, it is a financial statement that shows the company income and expenditures. It also shows whether a company is making profit or loss for a given period. So the name of the statement appears after the name of the company. So we are going to say that this statement is for the month ending. So we want to choose for month ending December 31st. So then we're going to start with our revenues. So we want to choose our revenues right here. And our revenues are reported first in the income statement, and they are the total amount of income generated by the sales of goods or services related to the company's primary operations. The only revenue that we can see here is consulting revenue. So we're going to put it right here. Okay. And this, it will be our total revenues. Then we're going to put our expenses right here. And as we can see right here, we have rent expense, salary expense, telephone expense, and miscellaneous expense. So we're going to go ahead and put that information in our statement. Salary, and finally telephone. We're going to go ahead and put the amounts. So this amount, it will be our total expense. Now we proceed to subtract our expenses from our revenues. And as we can see, our revenues are greater than our expenses. So that means that we have a net income. If the amounts were contrary, then will we have a net loss. So in this case, our net income, it will be 2310. So this it will be our income statement. So this amount, if you can write it down, because we're gonna need it in our next spreadsheet. So we're gonna go ahead with the problem 14. So problem 14, we need to make a statement of retained earnings for the company. So this statement reports how retained earnings change over the reporting period, which in this case will be for the month ending. So we're going to choose for the month ending in December. Then we want to put our retained earnings on December 1st. In this case, the amount will be 0 because this is the first year of business of the company, so we don't have anything. So then below this, we're going to put our net income from our last statement, which was 2310. And then we are going to subtract our dividends. And as we can see right here, our dividends were 2180. So we want to put that amount right here. And this total amount will be or retained earnings by December 31st. So this amount as well, we're gonna need it for our next problem. So if you can as well write it down, that will be great. So we're gonna go ahead with our next problem, 15. In this problem, we are required to do a balance sheet for Ernst Consulting. So this statement will show the financial position of Ernst Consulting at the close of business on December 31st. So, in this statement, we're going to choose December 31st. And then on the left side of the balance, we're going to start with their assets. And then we're going to choose our assets from these items right here, which is cash, and then we have receivable, accounts receivable, and then we have office supplies, and then we have office equipment. Okay. And finally, we have land. Oops, right here. Okay. So this amount, it will be our total assets. And then in the upper right side of the balance sheet, we're going to start with our liabilities. So the liability is, we put in here any liability that the company has incurred during this period of time. In other words, what the company owns to its creditors. In this case, we only have accounts payable right here. So we're gonna go ahead and put the amount right here. And then we're gonna go ahead with our equity. Equity is mostly what the owners claim on assets. In other words, is the part of the business that belong to the owners, any money that they put into the business. So in this case, we have common stocks. We're gonna go ahead and start with that one. And we also have the retained earnings from our last statements. And this amount, it will be our total liabilities plus equity. So it is very important that you select total liabilities and equity. Now, it is very important that these two quantities are the same because assets equals liability plus equity, and our statement has to be on balance. So this is the end of questions 13, 14, and 15. And if you have any questions or clarification for my video, please feel free to comment. Thank you and good luck.